Boy, did I stir up a hornet's nest when I talked about babysitting, and I heard that, babysitters were getting $10 an hour. I said, no, it shouldn't be more than $5. Then I kind of went up. I kind of caved a little bit. I said, okay, we'll go minimum wage, $8.80. But we've heard everything from $3 an hour all the way to $15 an hour. And we're hearing comments like, well, I put value on my children. Who doesn't value their children? Yes. So people are saying, I'm willing to pay $15 an hour because my children are valuable to me. What do you think? Let's get back to the calls. Let's talk to Barry. Hello, Barry.
Hello, Wade. How are you doing today?
Hey, Barry, I'm doing well. What's on your mind today?
Well, it's, the minimum wage. I believe it should be raised up a little bit here in Alberta because I believe, as far as I know, we're still the lowest in the country, aren't we?
Well, we're about in the middle right now.
Yeah. So, like I'm a baker, and I make $9.50 an hour, and really, I feel that's really not enough to make ends meet,
No, it wouldn't be.
Like I live with my parents, right now. And
yeah.
It's the only way that, and I help them out with groceries and paying some bill or whatever, and it's the only way to make ends meet,
No doubt. Now, Barry, you took training to be a baker too, right?
Yeah, it was more like on-the-job training.
Oh, on-the-job training.
Yeah, so, but I tried living on my own for a while, but, I just couldn't make ends meet, it was impossible.
No, you can't. You'd have to take on another job, and when you're a baker, you're getting up at... You have to be at your bakery, at 2 in the morning or something?
Well, I used to be, but unlike the ladies that bake in the store here, they come at 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning.
Right.
So, it is still early for them.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, absolutely. So you would like to see it go up and to go up every year.
Oh, yeah.
Based on, cost of living and things like that.
Oh, yeah, for sure, yeah. Yeah, that would be beneficial if we could get to where Ontario is, or something.
Well, it's a different standard of living in Ontario, too.
I guess so, yeah.
Barry, appreciate the comments. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Let's talk to Louise. Hello, Louise.
Yeah, hi, Wade.
Hi,
you know
Louise.
what? I think it's kind of a matter of perspective because I've babysat like you at 50 cents an hour, so you know how old I probably am.
Sure.
And I've also daycared at $20 a day for a 10-hour day. And so they're telling us that they value their children so much they're willing to pay this kind of money, but not to a daycare home caregiver.
So at a daycare, it's $20 a day?
No, I don't know about right now. No,
okay.
This is a few years back.
Okay,
but I remember when I was someone had approached me to take care of their child for a couple of days a week, and I had said, well, how about $2.50 an hour? Well, they quickly decided they'd go somewhere else.
Really?
And so, and my niece was babysitting like these young people, $25 for an evening. And so I think it's not the value of the children or the value of their caretaker, it's the value of the time. In other words, I'm willing to spend that kind of money for an evening for a few hours to go out to enjoy myself. But if they go to work and you take care of their child for the day, then they would not pay you $15 an hour.
No, of course not.
I don't believe that.
No, you're right.
Because most home care, I think, have to take in 6 children to make ends meet.
Yeah.
So it is a matter of perspective, not so much a matter of value.
Okay, that's a good point, Louise. Thanks for bringing that up.
Bye.
All right. That is a good point. Let's talk to Chris. Hello, Chris.
Good afternoon, Wade. How are you?
Hey, doing well, Chris. What's on your mind?
No worries here either. When I babysat, I'm 43 myself, and I babysat for almost everybody in the neighborhood, and at the time it was about a couple of bucks an hour. But granted, kids may take training in first aid and what have you, but tell me how somebody who's an adult earning $8.80 an hour should earn less than a 12-year-old that has absolutely no or very little in the way of responsibility financially to anything earn 12 or 13 an hour.
Well, this was, my point.
I fail to understand that, and I'm sorry, but I wouldn't pay it. I simply would not pay it.
Well, this is what stirred up this hornet's nest when I said that. There's babysitters making more than minimum wage, which means there's babysitters making more than people trying to make a living on minimum wage and working, hard to put food on the table.
I think what a lot of children have to understand is if they're going to do that, it's for experience also, not just the money. And if we put a price tag on it and put the money as being the priority and not the experience they're gaining, then we've got I think we have the idea backwards here.
And then what message are we sending to them when they get out in the workforce?
Exactly. Oh, here, pay me the top dollar right off the bat because I've gone to school. No, you have to prove your worth.
Good points,
you can't
Chris.
just demand without actually showing you can do the work and be valuable at that job.
Yeah.
So I'm afraid I'll just let it go at that way. 12, 13 an hour, asinine. They should start below the minimum wage and work up toward it.
Okay, where do you think it should be right now? If I'm sending someone to babysit for you right now, Chris, what would you like to pay them?
In all fairness, if they had the qualifications and if they had the training they said they did, I would start them at the minimum wage.
At $8.80.
Right at the minimum wage.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Chris.
Just to be fair. Thanks,
I appreciate it. All right. See, I said $5. Okay, I'll go, like I said, $8.80. Let's talk to Helen. Hello, Helen.
Hello.
Hi, Helen. What do you think about all this?
Well, I think $5 an hour is good.
So you're saying $5 would be good. Okay.
Because, I'm trying to start a day home, and what I'm going to get paid for per child is $500 a month. And I'm an adult. I'm 49 years old. I had 2 kids of my own that are grown.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I'm going to get paid. So why should a 12-year-old who has way less experience than me get paid more than me an hour?
What does it work out for you an hour, Helen?
Well, I don't know. I get $500 a month, and I'd watch them 5 days a week, probably for 9 or 10 hours a day.
So that's 50. Well, you're about $5 an hour.
Yeah. So why should I get $5 an hour? And they're getting
Well, we heard
$10 an hour. That's ridiculous.
Well, we heard $15 an hour today.
And then I think too, like if you're a single parent, I'm a widow, and if I have to pay someone that amount of money to watch my child, I can't go out.
Yeah, that's it, and that's why I appreciated. I think it was Carol Lee who says her daughter babysits for $3 an hour because they know the person and the daughter came up with that rate. The person that they're babysitting for really can't afford a whole lot, but still they want to give them an opportunity to get out and enjoy themselves.
Yeah. No, I think the girl who babysits for $3 an hour, I would hire her on the spot. And she's doing it because she loves the kids.
Yeah, absolutely. Helen, thank you for your comments.
Okay, you're welcome.
Let's head out to Red Deer and say hi to Kim. Hello, Kim.
Hello.
Hi, Kim.
Well, I have a view as an employer who hires students.
Mm-hmm.
And if I found a person that had been babysitting from 12 years old for $13 an hour, I would question their need for entitlement. Because I would question somebody paying a youth that much money. And the reason is because if they go to work in the real world, it's unlikely in this business, in that area of business, in the personal care business, that they're ever going to make that much money. And so are they going to feel entitled to more all the time?
Well, we were talking about that with one of the previous callers, just a few callers earlier, saying, what kind of message is this sending when they get out in the real world? Yeah.
Exactly. And the other thing is exactly what you're saying, the cost of living and the, how many people could afford to ever go out if they had to pay more than $8 an hour, even if they had to pay $8 an hour.
Yeah.
How many people today, if you're making a minimum wage, what chance is there that you could ever go out?
Yeah, if you go out for 4 hours in the evening at let's say $10 an hour, that's $40 right there.
Yeah.
And you're going out for dinner, you're going to a movie. That's a very expensive evening.
Oh, no kidding. And I don't know. First of all, I don't think any kid, unless they were babysitting for 3 or 4 families or something, but no, I don't see it. And as an employer, I wouldn't hire them.
So what if I'm sending someone over to your place to babysit right now, what would you want to pay? What do you think is a fair wage?
If I had one child, I probably would pay $5 an hour. If I had more than one child, I'd probably pay at least minimum wage.
All right, Kim, thanks.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Bye-bye.
Let's head out to Spruce Grove. Whoa, and let's say hi to Shane. Hello, Shane.
Hello, Wade. How are you?
Hey, Shane, I'm doing well. If I felt any better today, I would be a retired or soon-to-be retired conservative MP. What's on your mind today?
Yeah, that would be nice.
Get that golden pension.
You got her. Right now, about the only chance the guy's got is maybe a Lotto Max ticket.
Exactly. Oh, boy, that's like, what, 94 million or something? 95 million tonight?
Yeah, they're giving away a pile of it.
Oh, man, they just can't give away that 50 million, can they?
Well, maybe tonight.
Maybe tonight. What else is on your mind, Shane?
Well, just calling in regards to the your babysitting comment there, and I agree with you. I think the $5 is more than adequate, really. When before, I mean, it used to be when you needed a babysitter and that, number one, a babysitter was somebody who usually was younger and couldn't get a job in a store or a place because they were underage, and
yes,
they took to babysitting.
Sure, you're talking like 12 years old, 13 years old,
exactly,
who are too young to get a part-time job, and that's how they made money.
Yeah, and I mean, going to school and that, when I was going to school, the girls, they would be babysitting, and the guys, well, you'd have a paper route.
That's right, yeah.
I mean, anything more than that, or, in terms of paying like the 13 or 15, that doesn't guarantee a better sitter, and then you're talking more along the lines of, child care or day home, and then that's different, right? This is babysitting, and a day home or child care like that is a separate entity.
Yeah, you're right. And this was brought up yesterday, Shane, too. If we're paying $15 an hour to a 12 or 13-year-old, when they go out to try to get a part-time job and they're offered $8.80 an hour, what is going through their mind? Are they saying, well, that's too low?
Right. Yeah. There's no appreciation for the dollar anymore then.
Yeah, I really think that, I mean, because out there when there's people trying to make it off minimum wage and have to work 2 or 3 jobs to make it at $8.80 an hour, you have babysitters who are making $15 an hour. Their mentality may be, well, I'm going to look for that $15 an hour part-time job. And I'm thinking, Shane, good luck.
Yeah, exactly, because there's not too many out there, if any.
No, you're right. Shane, appreciate the comments. Thank you.
You have a great weekend here,
Yeah,
Mike.
You too.